10 tips to actively listen like a pro. Hey everyone! Welcome back to our channel. Today, we're diving into a topic that can really change the way you connect with others. Active listening. Have you ever felt like you're having a conversation, but something just isn't clicking? It could be that the art of listening is being overlooked. In this video, we'll explore 10 essential tips for becoming a better listener. Understanding people goes beyond asking insightful questions. It's all about truly absorbing their responses. Many of us get so caught up in what we want to say next that we miss those crucial clues dropped by the speaker. Listening may seem passive, but it's one of the most active and important skills you can develop. First, we'll discuss how to create the right environment for a great conversation. The setting and timing can make a world of difference. Then, we'll tackle a fundamental rule: don't interrupt. We often give children the time they need to express themselves, so why not extend that same courtesy to everyone? Empathy is another cornerstone of good listening. Instead of being critical or argumentative, offering understanding encourages people to share their true thoughts and feelings. Plus, we'll cover how to use body language effectively, because it's not just about what you say, but how you say it. Throughout this video, we'll give you practical tips on maintaining comfortable personal space and being engaged without overwhelming the speaker. By the end, you'll have a toolkit of strategies to create meaningful conversations that lead to deeper connections. So, stick around and let's unlock the power of listening together. If you find these tips helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Let's get started. Understanding people requires the ability to ask insightful questions and truly listen to the responses. While asking good questions is important, mastering the skill of listening can be even more challenging. Many individuals are so focused on following a specific line of questioning that they often miss evasive answers or fail to pursue important clues dropped by a witness. Despite its critical importance, listening is often overlooked because it appears passive. Before delving into the art of asking good questions, it's crucial to first understand and develop strong listening skills based on years of careful observation and practice. 1. Creating the environment for great conversations. Understanding people requires more than just asking insightful questions. It hinges on truly listening to their responses. While good questions can spark engaging discussions, the challenge often lies in mastering the art of listening. Many people get so focused on their line of questioning that they overlook evasive answers or fail to pick up on crucial hints dropped by the speaker. Listening is often viewed as a passive activity, yet it's one of the most active skills you can cultivate. Before you dive into the art of asking great questions, it's vital to first hone your listening skills, built through years of careful observation and practice. So, how do you create the right environment for meaningful conversations? It all starts with the setting. A comfortable atmosphere can significantly impact the quality of your discussion. Choose a space where both you and the other person feel at ease. This might mean finding a quiet cafe instead of a bustling restaurant or picking a cozy corner at home. Pay attention to any physical barriers, like tables or screens, that might hinder an open dialogue. Removing these barriers helps create a sense of connection and openness. 2. Consider the location, timing, and who else should be involved. Timing is equally crucial. Make sure to select a moment that works for both of you. If someone is preoccupied or stressed, they might not be able to engage fully in the conversation. Ask them when would be a good time to talk, showing that you value their feelings and availability. Once you're in a conducive environment, it's time to turn your attention to listening without interruptions. It's so tempting to jump in with your thoughts or steer the conversation in another direction, but resist that urge. Let the speaker finish their thoughts completely. This not only respects their perspective, but also allows you to gather valuable insights. As you listen, remember to pay attention to their body language and emotional cues. Sometimes, what's not said can be just as telling as the spoken words. By being fully present and engaged, you'll be better equipped to understand the nuances of their message. Great conversations thrive in the right environment. By creating a comfortable space and giving your full attention, you'll not only enhance your listening skills but also foster deeper connections with those around you. So, take a moment to reflect on your listening habits. Your conversations will never be the same. Three, don't interrupt. Isn't it interesting how adults often listen to young children with such care? We recognize that kids are still learning to express themselves, so we give them the space and time they need. We tune in not just to the words they say, but to the feelings behind them. It's a beautiful practice, but here's the kicker: we don't always extend that same courtesy to everyone else. Think about it. When we're talking to a child, we listen attentively, ready to catch those little nuances in their emotions. We interrupt only to guide them, not to dominate the conversation. Yet, when it comes to speaking with adults, friends, family, co-workers, how often do we find ourselves jumping in too soon, eager to steer the conversation our way? This is a missed opportunity to truly connect. Interestingly, we tend to show that same level of patience and interest to the elderly or those facing disabilities or language barriers. We know they might need extra time to articulate their thoughts, and we appreciate the importance of understanding their perspectives. But why stop there? Why not approach every conversation with that same openness and empathy? By making a conscious effort to listen actively to everyone, regardless of age or ability, we enrich our interactions and foster deeper connections. Imagine how much more we could learn, how many stories we could hear, and how many bonds we could strengthen. So, the next time you find yourself in a conversation, remember: give everyone the same attention and respect you'd offer a child. You'll be amazed at the insights and understanding that come from simply listening. Let's start making every conversation count. The golden rule of good listening is: don't interrupt. Listening without interrupting is crucial, especially when someone is venting or expressing their thoughts. We've all been there. Someone is sharing a frustrating experience, and it's tempting to jump in with our own advice or stories. But interrupting can derail their train of thought and disrupt the flow of the conversation. Instead, take a deep breath, wait your turn, and give them the space to express themselves fully. You'd be surprised at how much more meaningful a conversation can be when you allow the speaker to finish without distraction. Show empathy. Don't criticize, argue, or talk down to others. Now, let's talk about empathy. If you genuinely want someone to open up and share their feelings, it's essential to be supportive. Avoid being critical or argumentative. When we focus on correcting every little mistake or mispronounced word, it can shut people down. Instead of pointing out flaws, offer kindness and understanding. This creates a safe space where others feel accepted and are more likely to express themselves openly. Remember the saying: if you can't say something nice, don't say anything at all. It's more than just a catchy phrase, it's a guiding principle for effective communication. While there are times when honest feedback is necessary, it's vital to express it tactfully. People are much more likely to trust and confide in someone who approaches conversations with warmth and empathy. So, the next time you find yourself in a discussion, practice the art of listening without interrupting and approach the conversation with an open heart. By being empathetic and supportive, you'll not only strengthen your relationships, but also encourage others to share their thoughts freely. This simple shift can make all the difference in your interactions. Five, stay close, but don't be a space invader. Navigating personal space is a key part of effective communication. Everyone has their own comfort zone, typically extending to about the distance of your outstretched arms. As relationships grow closer, this space may naturally become more flexible. However, when standing too close to a stranger, it can create discomfort. Touching someone, even with the best intentions, might feel invasive if you don't know them well. Always be mindful of body language cues to gauge how comfortable the other person is with your proximity and adjust accordingly. Six, stay engaged without being overwhelming. Now, let's talk about being involved without being intense. When we're sharing something important, it's reassuring to see signs that the listener is engaged. A subtle nod or a simple, "I understand," can really encourage the speaker to continue. These small gestures show that you're paying attention without interrupting the flow of the conversation. On the flip side, complete silence can feel awkward, so finding that sweet spot is crucial. Balancing your interest is essential, too. While maintaining eye contact is vital for building trust, staring too intensely can be off-putting. It's all about making the other person feel comfortable. Similarly, showing excessive concern when it's unnecessary can come across as insincere and may push people away. Instead, aim for a warm, open demeanor that invites conversation while respecting boundaries. Ultimately, it's about creating a space where both parties feel comfortable and valued. By being aware of personal space and finding that balance between involvement and intensity, you'll foster more meaningful interactions. So, the next time you engage in a conversation, remember to respect those boundaries and be present without overwhelming the other person. It's a simple yet powerful way to enhance your communication skills. Seven, be aware of your body language. Paying attention to your body language during conversations is essential for effective communication. The way you stand, your facial expressions, and even your gaze can convey a lot about your level of engagement. If your posture is closed off or if you're looking around the room, it might signal that you're disinterested or ready to interrupt. On the flip side, nodding, smiling, and maintaining eye contact can show that you're actively engaged and encourage the other person to keep sharing. These nonverbal cues play a significant role in how the conversation flows. However, it's important to strike the right balance. While showing interest is crucial, overdoing it can create pressure for the other person. If you're too eager or overly enthusiastic, they might feel compelled to say things just to please you, rather than expressing their true thoughts and feelings. The goal is to foster an environment where both parties feel comfortable sharing, so be mindful of your nonverbal signals and adjust them as needed. Eight, share information about yourself, but not too much too soon. Now, let's talk about the art of sharing about yourself. Effective communication is a mutual exchange, and while asking insightful questions is vital, revealing a bit about yourself can significantly enhance the connection. Sharing personal stories or experiences encourages others to open up, leading to more meaningful conversations. That said, it's crucial to choose what and when to disclose. Start with lighter topics and gradually delve deeper as the relationship develops. Revealing too much too soon can overwhelm the other person and push them away instead of drawing them closer. By pacing your disclosures, you'll create a comfortable atmosphere where both parties feel valued and understood. So, next time you're in a conversation, remember to be aware of your body language and share thoughtfully. It's these little adjustments that can lead to more authentic and rewarding interactions. 9. Consider the context. When you're trying to understand someone's words, it's crucial to consider the bigger picture. It's not just about the specific phrases they use, context plays a huge role in interpretation. Think about when, where, why, and to whom those words were spoken. For example, people often say things in the heat of the moment, especially during arguments, that they don't truly mean. It's easy to get caught up in the heat of a discussion, but those words may not reflect their genuine feelings or thoughts. Being aware of the context can help you navigate conversations more effectively. If someone says something that seems out of character or harsh, pause and consider the circumstances. Was it a stressful day for them? Were they dealing with something emotionally charged? This kind of understanding allows you to respond with empathy rather than jumping to conclusions. It's also important to recognize that not everything people say is a true reflection of their inner thoughts or feelings. We all have off days, and sometimes our words don't convey the full story. Pay attention to inconsistencies and shifts in tone. They can provide valuable insight into what someone might really be feeling beneath the surface. By looking at the broader context, you can engage in more meaningful conversations and foster deeper connections. This approach encourages open dialogue and helps you avoid misunderstandings. So, the next time you find yourself puzzled by someone's words, take a step back and consider the bigger picture. You'll not only improve your understanding, but also create a more supportive and empathetic environment for discussion. Remember, communication is more than just words, it's about the feelings and intentions behind them. Listen with all your senses. When engaging in face-to-face conversations, remember that you have the unique advantage of picking up on subtle vocal cues and body language that simply can't be conveyed over a phone call. These nonverbal signals can offer invaluable insights into a person's emotions and reactions. By observing facial expressions and gestures, you can gauge how someone is really feeling, even if their words tell a different story. Take a moment to consider how powerful physical comfort can be, especially when talking to a close friend. Simple gestures like holding their hand or giving a reassuring pat on the back can create a safe space for them to open up even more. This physical presence communicates empathy and understanding, making it easier for them to share their thoughts and feelings. Moreover, don't overlook the power of your other senses. You might pick up on specific scents, like the lingering smell of alcohol, medication, or even the sweat of anxiety, that can provide valuable context in understanding what someone might be going through. These sensory cues can enhance your comprehension and help you respond more effectively. True listening goes beyond merely hearing words, it requires engaging all your senses. Don't limit yourself to one-dimensional listening. By being fully present and attuned to the various signals being communicated, you enrich your interactions and foster deeper connections. So, the next time you're in a conversation, stay alert to the nuances around you. You'll be surprised at how much more you can understand when you engage with all your senses. This holistic approach to listening can truly transform your relationships. Here is a key takeaway message from this video presentation. Remember these tips for effective communication. Learn to listen. Great questions are useless if you don't know how to listen. The key rules for good listening are: consider the location, timing, and who else should be involved. Creating the environment for great conversations. Avoid interrupting. Show empathy. Don't criticize, argue, or talk down to others. Maintain a comfortable distance. Stay engaged without being overwhelming. Ensure your body language doesn't hinder communication. Share information about yourself, but not too much too soon. Understand the context of what is being said. Use all your senses to truly listen. Active listening is a powerful tool that can transform your relationships and communication. By genuinely focusing on what others are saying, you foster trust and understanding, making people feel valued and heard. This practice not only enhances empathy but also reduces misunderstandings, paving the way for more effective problem solving. In both personal and professional settings, active listening encourages collaboration and innovation, as it opens the door to diverse perspectives. By committing to this skill, you'll not only improve your own communication but also inspire those around you to engage more thoughtfully, creating a positive ripple effect in your community. Did you ever practice active listening? What was your results? What topic would you like us to cover in future videos? Let us know in the comments. This channel is dedicated to discussing business and personal development. We invite you to explore other exciting topics that are regularly posted on this channel. I wish you a good business startup and continue educating yourself with RBE. See you in the next video on this channel. Thank you for watching this until the end.